Listen, they slaughtered a lot of these growth software names in late February and through March and April. That's a requirement. You have to be able to live through that. I can show you how many 30% drawdowns I've lived through Nvidia since 2015. It's not pleasant. You have to be able to, and the reason why you live through them is because you understand that bigger picture, you're in a secular growth story that's got almost no competition. That's what's going on with Nvidia right now. They own AI. Their platform is unassailable. And I think that's where ultimately things are going to go with CrowdStrike. And that stock, as we're talking, is making a new all-time record high. Okay? So I've been screaming about the stock since $1.20. I'm sticking with it just because it's up and I can trade for free on Robinhood. It's not a reason to trade out. I want to be there, right? So I think about CrowdStrike the same way that I was thinking about Nvidia. Are you going to tell me that you think ransomware attacks are going to go away tomorrow, or they won't get worse or scarier? If you tell me that with conviction, okay, I'll take a profit. But I don't think you can. And in fact, this might be as big of an issue for America in the next 10 years as climate change is, and as much money having to be thrown at this problem. So this is another secular grow I want to stay long. I want to stay long Nvidia. These companies are changing the world. And I'm not going to change my mind about them just because I'm up 20, 30%, 100% even. So that's the way that I think about investing in individual names away from my broader portfolio.
Yeah, Crowd's at a high of the day, as you see there, as we said on a decidedly down tape. It's not all that far, $5 or so away from its 52-week. Pete, going back to Nvidia, I mean, you've traded it in the past, I think. Yep. I don't think you own it now. I know you like it. Chips are moving again, too.
Yep. Absolutely they are. And to, you know, I think Josh really lays out a really good plan because he's talking about the investment side. There's also the trading side of things, right? And when I look at the trading side of Nvidia, because I have not been that long-term investor that Josh is talking about, I've had other names that I've chosen over the years, whether it's Apple or Target or whatever it might be. But when I look at Nvidia, there are a lot of traders involved in this stock. And what I mean by that, Scott, is on June 2nd, we had buyers of calls that were going to expire within days. On June 5th, same thing. On June 4th, rather, the same thing. June 7th, the same thing. And they were buying right at the strike, but they were not buying time at all. And they were right. They were right when the stock was trading 660, when it was trading 700, and when it was trading even higher than that. So we've seen a lot of option paper that's come into this name. It's been a great trading vehicle for us as traders in the options world. But, you know, I totally agree with what Josh is saying, which is there are investments out there and you are going to have some pitfalls. And I go back to Apple and I think, well, I've owned this thing forever, literally since the 1990s. And this is a stock where we lost, obviously, the man who created the entire company. We had a lot of fits and starts along the way. A lot of people who didn't really like what was happening with Tim Cook early on. And yet that stock has done nothing but grow and do better and go into different areas of the marketplace than they ever expected probably to be. And they've just continued to be this animal that they are. So I think there are distinguishing facts between whether or not you're investing in a stock or trading in a stock. And I've traded a lot in the semiconductor space. That's been a great activity area. AMD just yesterday, they were buying the 82 strike calls, and before you know it, the stock's trading 85. Those options went from 70 cents up to $3 plus. So it gives you just a great opportunity right in front of the face, like AMD, do I want it long term? I'm not so sure that I do, but I can understand the people who want to be there. But I will trade it. I'll trade Nvidia, and I'll trade a lot of these other names as well because the opportunities are there in front of us.